Hey everybody, it's Sarah the Wonder Dog. It's been a week since I planted the starts in the hoop house, so I wanted to show you what a week does. This is all stuff that I just planted like in the last few days. So I planted some additional things. I got some jalapenos, cauliflower, 2 different kinds of cabbage from MI Gardener, and it is just been a couple days, but I have like one tiny little guy coming up. More poppies that I planted. My lettuce is not doing well. Only have a couple of those. The pepper here from a previous year, I tried to overwinter and it's coming back, which is very cool. You can see my walking onions that I planted just 7 days ago are coming up like crazy. And then you remember all of this was like those flats over there. You know, I just planted them when I brought you guys through here. So here's cabbage, and here's those orange and tan pumpkins. These are watermelon. Look how good everybody's doing. Cantaloupe melons, pickling zucchinis, or pickling cucumbers, lemon cucumbers. Zucchinis are just starting to come up. These like a little warmer weather, so it's just taking them a little bit. These are gigantic pumpkins, so they're the same thing, as well as a delicata. I mean, that they like it a little tiny bit warmer before they start to bloom up. Broccoli, I'm going to have to thin these. There's so many of them. Cheese, I'm going to have to thin all this stuff actually out, but that's okay. These are all my different kinds of tomatoes, and since they're coming up, I know that my zucchinis and stuff will follow suit, but you can see I got lots of tomatoes, and my corn is actually thinking about doing something this year. Corn hates me. It's my nemesis. So let's see what else we got going on over here. Oh, these are poppies that I planted last week. Foxglove is just starting to come up. These tiny little ones. It's a little poppy overgrowth. Probably just got a couple of poppy seeds in there. Or maybe the dill went over there, because here's the dill coming up. Coriander is a little slower, but it does like it warmer. It's going to come up about the same speed as the tomatoes do. Mustard is going crazy. I'm going to pull these and eat some as microgreens, and then plant some outside, but I'll probably do another planting of these so I always have mustard growing. But I also have wild mustard, mustard, so I may not do that. I remember telling you guys that I planted some celery that was pretty old, and this is the old celery seed. I'm only got like 3 growths in here, and they look suspiciously like mustard to me, so I think that's just a goner. Butternut squash coming up. Pimento ain't doing so great. Only have a couple tiny little guys. Red hot peppers that I saved from the store aren't coming up at all, so I'm going to guess that those were actually a hybrid. These are fireball hot peppers, and they're kind of coming up. And then I threw some garlics in here and some other various things, but I just planted that not long ago. What do we have here? Brandywine tomatoes, a whole row of those, which are coming up. And then asparagus seed, which is laughing at me. Just a tiny little guy right there, but I have not grown asparagus from seed before, so we'll see how that goes. Paste tomatoes, Legion tomato, cherry tomato, all these guys are doing really super well. These are sunflower seeds. This is a black type of a sunflower seeds, and these are mammoth sunflower seeds. Or sunflower plants. I guess they're starts now. They're not seeds. There's a bunch of spinach, and it looks like one jumper. I don't know what it was, but it's starting to come up. More foxglove, like I have planted over there. It's not coming up. That stuff over there is not coming up. No biggie. These are wildflowers that I planted, and they're coming up like crazy. And you can see here it's actually pushing the soil up. So if I remove the soil, you'll see there's a bunch down in there. So we'll just leave those to be. And then additionally, I've planted tomatillos here and dill here. But for the most part, all the starts are doing it fairly well. Things that I thought would grow are growing. Things I didn't know if they would grow, some are growing, and some are not. So anyway, just a quickie update in the hoop house. I'll let you know how things go and when I start planting things outside. It's let's see, Thursday, April 4th. Bye.